I did get kicked in the face twice. My goggles didn't fall off, and I'm like, this is great. Then they told me to find the biggest guy to strip you for the wetsuits. So I'm like, you. And then he's just like, whoosh. I told my buddies, my drinking buddies, they're like, Eddie, we live very different lives. So that was really funny.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another fun episode of the Summer of Love series on the On the Run podcast. It is almost over. Summer is getting close to being done. Kids are about to go back in school, and 6-star Erica is in Sydney, Australia right now. How you feeling in Sydney, Australia?
Everything is wonderful down under, my friend.
I actually forgot to do something, Erica. You ready?
What? Yeah. How dare you?
By the time this episode drops, you're probably on a plane right now, actually, because you leave on the 24th. That was yesterday, if you're listening now. So right now, you're actually doing a mile on an airplane.
Probably.
What? So cool. So
I'm going to have to fill you in on the logistics of this, but it is going to be very interesting. I
It's
promise.
going to be cool. Like definitely do the thing I told you. Have the flight attendants hold your phone during a lap, like every section, and go see if you can say hi to the pilots or something, or just get like, what kind of plane are you on? It's not a 747.
It's a big one. It's a Boeing. Oh, I just looked this up. It's a Boeing like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know.
It's not the double decker.
No. It's a big one though. Yeah.
It'd be cool if it was, and they let you like go up on the top deck and then the bottom deck, because Airbus has the one that has 2 floors throughout the entire airplane. But you're right now in one on that adventure. It's actually probably best you do this mile on the airplane to get the blood flowing and everything.
I'm going to need to. Yep. And hopefully it'll just help settle my nerves and make me fall asleep so I can be refreshed when I land.
It's going to keep you in action instead of sitting down this whole time. Thanks to our amazing partner for this episode, Back in Action, New Hampshire. Have you guys seen it? Because by this point, we've gone there and we've made some content, and we were with Dr. Frank, and we were like he was putting us through some cool moves and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So check that out. Content coming soon, probably from Back in Action side. So check out, make sure you follow Back in Action, and don't forget to download and take that pain-free runner's guide, guys. Do that. It's so cool. We actually were talking to someone who started following and did it, and they got connected with Dr. Frank. It's so awesome. It's actually happening. Also, we have 2 other amazing partners for this episode, 6-star, that are bringing us a Summer of Love series. Why don't you tell us who they are, because you got them.
I got them. So in addition to Back in Action Cairo, thank you, Dr. Frank. You're amazing. We've got My Race Tats. Dawn, you are always excellent. We love you. And then we've got UFOs on board as well. So we got to give a huge thanks to our UFOs reps, our partners. You guys are amazing. Always making sure we are recovering in style.
Tell them how awesome they are, because as this series is approaching its end, we want to keep them around. We want to do more fun things like this. So it might not be every episode someone gets UFOs. But we were at one of the live races recently, and I said, "Hey, Jen, you want to come on? This is Jen Bergeron." She goes, "Do I get a pair of UFOs?" So everyone's hearing about this now. Old PodFam's like texting in, "Why didn't I get UFOs for episode like 43?" Well, I mean, what?
Sorry about it, everybody. We tried.
It's been incredible. Like, it's so cool. We get to do this, and we have 2 incredible guests on today's episode, 6-star, or soon to be 7-star. Tell them who we have on the podcast today.
We are wicked excited to welcome back to the pod one of our favorite mathletes, Jennifer Oulette, and her new fiance, Eddie Noonan. So welcome to the pod, Eddie. And it was just so nice to catch up with the 2 of them, because they just had an epic summer of training and becoming Ironman.
This series is becoming kind of Ironman and triathlon heavy. Maybe one day 6-star will face her fears and do one. Guys, enjoy Jennifer Oulette and Eddie Noonan on the On the Runs podcast.
Hey runners, whether you're training for your first 5K or your 10th marathon, injuries don't have to be part of the journey. At Back in Action in Concord, New Hampshire, we specialize in keeping runners just like you strong, healthy, and on the road. We put together a free guide covering injury prevention and recovery. This is built for runners by runners. Download it for free in the show notes, and don't wait for something to hurt. Get the guide, stay in the game.
Our next two guests in the Summer of Love series is a PodFam favorite and someone new to the PodFam. I can't wait because their story is so fun. It started with a one-word answer when one asked to join their running team. It was no. And now they're marathoners, they're mathletes, and they're Ironman. Not a big deal. I'm so excited to have Eddie and Jenn on the On the Runs podcast. What's up, guys?
What's up, Eric and Erica? We're so excited to be here.
Super excited. Can't
We're
wait.
so happy to have you. Jenn, welcome back. Eddie, welcome. We're so happy to have you. You guys are just so much fun, and I can't wait to dive into your whole love story. Oh,
And
this is great.
yeah, I forgot to mention the intro.
Mm.
Recently engaged, not a big deal. Yes,
Did you
so
press the
that was-
Christmas button?
I hit the Christmas button. Yes, I did. No, I'm super excited because one, Jenn, we love you. You're a mathlete. I am an honorary mathlete member. We did New York last year. I don't think we've talked since then, like on the pod. And then I got to meet Eddie during all the New York events we did last year, the big fundraiser, the yoga, and everything. And at the time, Eddie was just finding his like Ironman groove. You signed up for an Ironman, you did Lake Placid, and then
Yep.
Jenn, you were like, "Well, I can't let Eddie be the only one here who's an Ironman. You had to do one too."
Yeah, he really inspired me just watching him train and how like committed he was to it and determined. And then watching him out there, it was amazing. And I was like, I really want to do this. Like I was ready to like jump in right then and there, but I was like, I need to find one that's not hilly. And Lake Placid, I don't know if you know this one, the swim, but it is a double loop for the swim. So you have to get out of the water, jog a little bit on the sand, and then get back in. And I was like, that's weird. Too weird for me.
I did not know that. So that's news to me.
I wanted just to like swim. And I wanted to be in driving distance from our house. So it was between.
Jenn. Ottawa is not driving distance.
Yeah, it is.
6.5.
They did it. That's driving
It was
distance.
either Maryland, and I researched it, and there's a lot of jellyfish there, and I was like,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I don't need any more hazards. So
Right.
Ottawa I was.
Eric is going to find every reason to say hard path because I did as a funny joke the other day. There was orcas at a triathlon, like within 12 minutes after the last swimmer got out. And I sent to a group chat, nobody show this to Erica. She will never, ever, ever consider it, even if
And
it's
I just said, oh, don't worry. I'm never doing one anyways. It's fine to see this.
That would scare me.
That would
so
scare
much.
me. We were watching Shark Week the week before, like during taper, and I was like, well, thank God it's in a river and not the ocean.
An orca would scare me so
Stink.
much,
Oh
more
my
than
God.
a shark, I think, because we all look like seals.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the
I like go to
wetsuits.
Hampton Beach, and my goal every morning for workout was don't be last, don't be the baby seal.
Yeah, true. Like when a bear, as long as you're not the slowest runner, you'll be okay.
Yes.
You guys are not
Same
selling these
Same as swimming.
triathlons. I'm telling you, you're not selling them.
It was great, Erica. I felt so good.
Oh,
You're
but
like-
hey, I'm so excited. Listen, Jenn, we know a lot about you, and the fun thing about this series is most of our episodes has been with the PodFam, who we've talked to before and had on, but their partner then joins. We've never met them before on the pod officially, so we get to know them. I want to know a little bit about Eddie, and I think I have to start though with this picture right here, Eddie. What was this all about?
So I had I got like tired of running, so I joined Upsell course racing, and then I got all my friends to do it, and then our team name was called All Business because we were all business on the course, so we dressed all business. So we dressed in suits, and the rule was you couldn't spend more than $30 on your suit. And then we, just did a bunch of Upsell course races together. My brothers did it. We got all our friends to do it. Yep, I was a groomsman for one of the guys in there. Like,
That's awesome. This is the best picture though, right here. You need to frame this
A
photo.
briefcase.
we carried one of those sticks, like a rolling stick, and then some Fireball in there just in case. The two things you need to run an obstacle course race.
Fireball.
I love this. I just absolutely love that.
So Eddie,
So Eddie, you're full of fun. You fit right
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, you're going to fit right in. Tell us about yourself, because we know nothing. You made an appearance on the vlog when we tried to vlog, and we only came up with 3 vlogs. So you made an appearance on the vlog before, but tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
So I'm 37. I'm one of 4 boys, which is really cool. I'm a transportation engineer, and then I like long distance running. I have a border collie and now boxer shepherd.
And
What
a
was
fiance.
it like growing up with brothers, like 3 of you? Well, 4 of you.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Like, you always had a friend. It was like super fun. We're all within 5 years, so like there's always someone to hang out with. 2 of them live like locally within 10 minutes, and then my third brother's in Florida. So, but it's like we still hang out all the time, and so it's just so fun.
And he's an Eagle Scout.
Eagle Scout, yep,
I think you're all Eagle Scouts, right?
yep, and my dad.
All Eagle Scouts, the whole Noonans, Eagle Scout family.
I love
That's
it.
We can
awesome.
survive.
I tried that for 1 year. I couldn't stick with it. I don't know why. But
I don't know why either.
yeah. Anyways, enough about me. More about you, Eddie. We had Jen on. I'm gonna assume you've listened to the episode, but
Yep.
this is the Summer of Love series, and we want to get to know you two as a running couple and all. But we know the first time you met was Reach the Beach, because Jen asked you to be on her team.
Mm-hmm.
But she sent you like someone gave your number or like a Facebook message, and you wrote a 1-word response. She goes, "Hi, Eddie. My name's Jen. I'm part of the Mathletes, and we just lost a runner," something along those lines. "Would you like to join our team?" And your response was,
No.
what do you
word.
remember of the story?
Well, it's funny. I listened to your podcast, and you were talking about that, and you're like, I bet he like said no, and then like I know he responded later, but I'm like, he probably looked up your profile. I'm like, wow, this looks like a really cool chick. I should probably like go after this more. And I'm like, that's exactly what happened.
Go with it, dude.
Wait a second, because wasn't your answer no, and then you elaborated more? I'm on another team.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've been on the team for like years, like 10 plus years. We're like a older guys team. It's guys only, and we're just like a fun team, and it's like basically a bachelor party for older guys, and it's our excuse to like we're going on this big race, but really we're just like go have a grand old time and run a little bit with it. But that's like I'm like, no, I can't ditch this awesome team for
With
a
the guys.
stranger.
Minus, it's a bachelor party trip minus the stripper pole in the van.
Exactly.
In a van.
In a
Down
van.
by the river.
Yeah. Do you remember okay, so did you then like seek her out because you looked at her profile and you're like, I want to talk to her more? Did you seek her out at the race or somewhere else? Like because I think you pursued Jen, right?
I don't know. But I haven't told her, but I did see her van. Our van followed her into the Camp Calumet. But then I like didn't actively look for her, but I didn't see her. I think Jen saw me.
I saw him from a distance in his jorts.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we parked next to his van, which I didn't realize until we walked back to our van after our runner left. So I wrote him a note in like the van markers on the window, and I said, "Hi, Eddie," with a smiley face.
That's right.
Good luck, Jen, or something like that.
And the guys gave me crap for it the whole rest of the weekend. She really spoiled that.
That's awesome. What were you an ultra team of 6 or
no.
team of 12?
I was on an ultra team.
That's right.
No, I think that year.
You're
What
a
year
badass
was
runner.
this?
2022? 2022?
Yeah, 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
A few years in the making. I like it.
Mhm.
And then I don't remember how it like went from there. I remember just chatting on Facebook Messenger together, like back and forth about running and racing in Boston.
And then I think we had a virtual date.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
what's
we
your
did.
virtual date?
Oh, we like FaceTimed each other, and
We each made dinner, I think.
yeah. We each
Oh,
dinner.
you made your own dinners and then
Yeah.
did it together.
Yeah.
That's adorable. I actually really like that.
We had like a phone conversation first, and then we had like a virtual date, like eating dinner together.
Mm-hmm.
You both have dogs, right? So in
Yeah.
total, you have 3 dogs because Jen, you have 2.
Sunny passed away last summer, so we have 2 dogs,
Sorry.
Hopefully, and
Aw.
Sonic. So yeah, but we did have 3 when we first started dating.
Mm-hmm.
So did you connect on the dogs? Like, was that a big connection there? Because
Yeah, that was like almost a deal breaker because we're both huge dog people, but my dog is like the friendliest dog ever, and Oakley's 50-50.
Yeah.
And so he's like, okay.
So I did tell him, I was like, Oakley doesn't always get along with other dogs. So when we did a date, just the two of us, our first date was just us. And then after a few dates, then I introduced him to my dogs at my condo. And I was like, I had to introduce Oakley outside because he gets a little nervous. And so once he liked Eddie, then Sonic was introduced to Oakley, and Sonic loves everybody. And Oakley was like, okay,
I'll roll with it.
Now they're best buds.
Yeah.
yeah, if it didn't, if Oakley was like, no, I don't like Eddie, Jen, was he out?
Kinda, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. I would have given him a couple chances because Oakley is kind of like, well.
Eddie, did you feel the pressure at the time? Were you like going into that nervous? Like, I hope the dog likes me?
I don't remember, but probably a little bit. I was probably just nervous in general to talk to Jen in person.
Would have gotten in with it though, like, I have a cookie, please like me. I have a cookie. Here's like a pop cup, something like that.
His bacon in his pockets.
He's a dog person. He knows how to act around dogs. He knows they like to be, scratched behind the ears or on the tummy. Like, he knows the tricks to get into the dog's heart.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's an Instagram account, and I see it quite often. It's this woman who's a dog owner, and her husband or boyfriend they'll make this content like if it's a first date. And sometimes he goes, oh, you have a dog? And she like gets totally like, you're done. And then sometimes he's like, oh, I brought this and I brought some for the dog. And she's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I should have thought about that.
Let's talk about the two of you a little bit more and running. So you two connected around Reach the Beach. You don't live close. Jen, you have always been like the most welcoming runner. You welcome me and Erica to go for a run with you whenever. Paces don't matter. Everyone sticks together, part of the mathletes. But you're also very fast, and so are many of the mathletes. Do you remember like the first couple times you did start running together? Did you run together, just the two of you? Did you say, Eddie, come join me in my mathletes? Eddie, what was your reaction to all that? Because I remember when I first ran with the mathletes, like 1 or 2 times, I was like super preparing myself to run fast, even knowing that they would never leave me behind. What was the first couple times like when you two ran together?
I think the first time we ran together, I think I came down to Andover and he had planned a loop because I was training for Boston.
Yeah.
And so he did I wouldn't say a long run, but I feel like we did like between like maybe 5 to 8 miles around here. And I was like, please don't lose me because I don't know where I am. But I always go off of like the other person's pace too when I run. So I just went off of like what his pace was and just made sure I could stay with him.
Jen's always it's funny listening to Eric and Yuki that they like train separately. Like we do like 95% of our training together.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then Jen stays with me like most of the time. We do have a running club in town, and they're like different paces. So like Jen can go off with the fast people, and I stay at like the pretty fast but not Jen fast people.
How big is this run club?
There's like officially like 170 members. On an average Saturday, you'll get like 20 to 25.
Yeah.
We went a couple times in like the winter. We trained like through the winter, and it'd be like snowstorming. Like we're supposed to get like 10 inches that day, and we're like, Jen, we're gonna be the only ones, and there'll be like 3 people at the common waiting for people. Like this is the coolest thing ever.
There's like 16 people, and it's a blizzard. So to join, you can come every Saturday at 6:45 to the North Andover Common. But to be an official BRC member, you have to hit every single border, and there's 8 borders. And once a year, they do the ultra border crawl, and they do all 8 in one day, and it's 36 miles. So that's how I joined. Eddie was like trying to convince me to come on Saturdays to come down and run every week, but I would bartend Friday nights, and to get up for 6:45 and down to Andover was hard. But that's why I ran with the mathletes. That's why I started with all the girls. And then when I moved here, it was way easier. But like I wasn't living here yet, and it was like.
So she came at like she bartended, got here at like midnight, the border crawl starts earlier. It starts at like 6. So then she got like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and then she ran 36 miles and got it all in a day.
Jenn, that just screams you. Like that's probably something I would do too. Because I'm like, if I want in, I'm just gonna get it done in like one
just
shot.
one day.
I was like, why do I have to commit to like 8 different Saturdays? I can do it all in one.
Yeah, it took me like a year and a half.
And they have a sag wagon, so you like give them snacks and they bring waters for you, and if you need a change of clothes. And Eddie's
That's
like, I'll do
amazing.
like half with you. And then he's like, all right, I'll do like, I don't know, I'll do like 20, and then I'll get in the sag wagon. And then it was like, well, all right, I'll do a marathon. And so he gets 26 miles, and then it's like 10 miles back, Eddie.
Yeah, and then like the sag man was like, Eddie, I'm
only
not
10.
giving you a ride. Run
yeah,
back.
Yeah, and it was like me and one other guy did the whole thing, Matthias, and it was great. So there was like a bunch of people that did the half, and then when the halfway point, it was just Matthias, Eddie, and I that kept going. And you have to do all the borders with someone from the BRC that's already a member, so you can't just do it on your own.
Oh.
So like I had to have someone from the BRC with me besides the sag wagon.
So it's a good thing you had. What did you say, Matthias, who did it with
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just banging it out in one shot. It's an easy way to do it.
Yeah, so it was a good day, and the best part afterwards, Eddie's neighbor was throwing a karaoke Halloween party and had invited us. And we didn't really have costumes, but I'm pretty sure we just went as really tired runners.
We were exhausted.
We looked like zombies, and we just went for the food.
That is the best costume, and you guys are super good at, like, I mean, that just is the easiest costume to do, because boom, you're there.
Go as ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
So the two of you run together a lot, which is awesome. Different from Eric and Yuki. The two of you are always running together. What about races? Because I know you each did your own Ironman. I know, Jenn, you did New York. Eddie, you did not. So when it comes to races, like the Boston Marathon and stuff, do you have different goals, or are you aligned together here?
I definitely set my goals very high for a lot of my races. And so when I'm training, like we do run together, but then there are like workouts that will go to the track and we'll still be in the same area and run together, but separately paced. And then similar to marathons, we go to the start line together, we get ready together. Eddie and his college buddy Tim are trying to do marathon in all 50 states.
I remember I got to meet him in Myrtle Beach, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right. Okay.
And so I've jumped in on them because I was like, well, if you're running the marathon, I might as well just go and run. Do I sneak in that I really want it to be like a marathon that I could BQ at? Yeah. So we'll go, and usually Tim and Eddie will have goals together and run together, and then I have my goal, and I'll meet them at the finish line.
What happens is we go kiss at the start, and then they say go, and then Jen's gone, and I see her 4 hours later. And then I finish tired, like dying, and she's like, hey, oh my God, this happened, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I need 10 minutes.
I can kind of attest to that because, yeah, when I saw you guys in Myrtle Beach, that's basically what happened. Jenn was gone, but I did see, like, you and Tim, Eddie, as you guys were on the course. We were kind of doing a little leapfrog thing here and there, but, like, that was a tough day. It was really hot. And then Jen's like, well, let's go. Like, at the end, we're like, just give me my beer. I want my beer.
I gave you my beer tickets.
You did. You're super wonderful. And I'm just like, I don't know how you have that much energy, like, honestly.
Oh, yeah, here it is.
There you go.
So actually,
what a
how
day.
random was that you guys all ran into each other at the airport?
Well, we saw him on the plane, right?
Yeah, I saw Tara.
The connecting flight.
At the airport, and I was like, wow, that girl looks just like Tara. And then he's like, who? And I was like, we were like boarding the plane. And
Yep.
And then we see Erica like on the plane. Hey! I was like, it was her.
Yep. And so yeah, we took the pictures in the airport. It was nice to see you on the plane. And then we made sure that we met up for the actual race day. And then we got to hang out a bunch afterwards too. So it was an awesome weekend.
Yeah. That was like, it was such a small world. And like, that's what racing like has done, and running, just meeting people all over the place. It's like crazy just to see people.
Eddie, I got to ask you about your attire there, your running outfit.
I used to have a shirt that said Budweiser, and it said I'm single on the back. with like a pickup line and my number and everything.
Can't wear that
And
anymore.
now Jen's like, you can't wear that. I'm like, fine. So I had to get another Budweiser shirt. And then, so this is like a super cool one. This Bud's for you. And then I usually ran in jorts. They don't fit as well as they used to. So like, I got to buy a new pair.
Is that a cotton t-shirt?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wasn't that day like extremely hot?
Oh yeah.
It was gross.
I was really well trained though, because I was training for the cheap.
Yeah.
So running like half an hour slower than my goal pace was worked out really well.
Oh man.
So me and Tim, we're just college buddies. So like we see beer on the course, we stop. Fireball again, we stop. You know, we're there for a good time, not a fast time.
Yeah.
He's made like
Same
Instagram stories from like random people, and his cousin's like, "Oh my god, that's my cousin!" on like some random girl's Instagram.
For the Richmond Marathon, I took a fireball shot at mile 6, and someone took a picture. Like nothing like a fireball shot to start a marathon. Didn't know me. My cousin saw it. She was like friends with her, and then they sent it to me, and it got back around. She's like, "That's my
so
cousin."
funny.
So you mentioned Richmond. Like, where are you right now on your 50 state journey?
I think I'm about 17 states. Tim's about like 14, because I'm in New England, so I can hit a lot more.
Right.
He's from Peoria, Illinois.
Yeah.
So we try and do like 1 or 2 a year. And it's not really even about like finishing the states. It's just like hanging out together.
Yeah.
But like when we run, we literally just like talk and catch up, because it's a great time to like catch up, like 4 hours. So catch up on life. And then like see new places. He's my travel agent, so he like loves to like pick my flights and like we're going to this cool thing and do this cool thing. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Now, like you mentioned Yuki and Eric earlier. Eric wasn't a runner. He just would go to these events to be closer to Yuki. And then he's like, well, if I'm going to be there, I might as well start running. You were a runner before. You had this goal already in mind. Tell us a little bit about your running, background here before you met Jen.
So I was really shy as a kid. So when I went to high school, my older brother did cross country. So I'm like, all right, I'll go with my brother. It's like safety blanket. So then I did cross country in high school, and I got into running. I did swim team too. So that's why I was in the Ironman. I could do a really good swim. And then in college, I just ran to like de-stress, and it was just kind of like fun. Then Tim's brother worked at Disney. So he's like, I'm doing the Disney marathon. I'm like, okay, well, I'm a way better runner than you, so I'll just do it with you. I didn't really train. I found out after the furthest I'd ran before that marathon was only 9 miles. And I did the goofy challenge. So I did like the half the day before and then the full.
Eddie.
Yeah.
It was really bad time and I was hurting. But I was like 22 or something, so it was fine.
Oh, naive kid you were.
I know. So then we like did that. That was like our tradition. So we did that for like 4 or 5 years. And we're like, wait, why are we just doing Disney? So then we just started doing other states. And then I tried to BQ in my like 20s. I got close. I got like 3:15. And then I just like kept running. I got an obstacle course racing. So that was super fun. I did like the really long Tough Mudders. And then, so yeah, I kind of just use it to like de-stress, and it's like fun. It's like my happy place. I'm like not as shy as I used to be, but when you see me in a like running place, I like love it. I talk to everyone. It's like so fun.
You are super friendly out there. It is really cool to see because you're just like beep, 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 talking around and just like having a blast. And that's how it should be. But I have to ask, on your 17 states down, which race has been your favorite so far? Is there anyone that like stands out as being like super cool for some reason?
So the race I would recommend to everyone is Big Sur. You run along California coast. It was amazing. Like I was kind of injured. Tin was kind of injured. We're like, what's the course average? And it was like 4:40. We're like, all right, let's just shoot for beating that. And we did like 4:30, and we felt great after, which is awesome. And then we got to enjoy the whole thing. So like that was super cool. My favorite race was probably Montana. I ran it with my cousin, and you run in this town called from Molt, Montana, and there's no population, but it has to be like 5. They like spray painted the start line. They're just like, shh, start. there's like a news crew. So I'm in my jorts with my Budweiser shirt and on the start line, and then there's like we saw each other on the news later that night. And then it's a really fast race. It's like net downhill, so a lot of people use the BQ. So I did it with my cousin, and you just like run through this like field, and there's like the sun was coming up, and there's like fields of gold on the left, and then like mountains in the right. And we talked to this. I ran with my cousin the whole time, and then we talked to this pediatric doctor from Wyoming for like 25 miles, and we just like talked about life. Like I talked about my relationship at the time. I'm like, I got a question. You've been married. And then, like, it was Rachel's first marathon. We ran, like, I think we did, like, 3:40 or something. So we were, like, cooking. And it was just, like, the whole day was just, like, amazing. My cousin's 2 other friends came, and they were, like, really fast. They were, like, low 3s. But one of them was in, like, the wrong age bracket. So he got, like, didn't win top 3, and I did. So we, like, we just held that over him all weekend. He beat me by, like, 40 minutes. But I'm like, yeah, top 3, and I got a medal. So the whole weekend was just like so fun. So that was a Big Sur. It was what I recommend, and then Montana was just like one of the coolest.
Nice. I still have to do Montana, but I second Big Sur. That one is just so special. Strawberries at mile 21. You got to eat those.
I got to do Big Sur one day. That sounds awesome. I want to share another photo. I'm creeping your Facebook. Where was this race? It looks like you were in a desert?
Oh, in the desert. Yeah, so this is called the world's toughest mudder. So you run a 5-mile course with 20 obstacles as many times as you can in 24 hours.
Holy shit.
And I did it 4 times. So that might have been my first year I did it. Yeah, you like literally like keep doing laps, and there's like a pit area every time you stop. And you can have like a pit crew to help you out, and you just keep doing lap after lap after lap. My best was like 65 official miles. And but I ran like way more because I had all these penalties because I kept failing stuff.
Were the obstacles tougher than your typical tough mudder?
No, they were about the same. Like
toughest mudder.
Yeah, they were like monkey bars and like climbing over walls, and you had to like at night you carried a torch. You had to like swim with the torch, and the torch couldn't go out. It's like really cool stuff, and then you like found a lot about it yourself. I ran with a guy that night on my first one. And then next year his dad came out, and then I've been hanging out. They're from the UK, and then I've been like hanging out with his dad more than Terry. So it's Mick Foy from the UK, and then Jen's met him, and
we ran
then
the London
we
Marathon
ran the
together.
London Marathon together. And so like I met all these like amazing people. I met this couple from Winchester running a Tough Mudder in New Jersey, and like, oh, we're doing world's toughest mudder, and this guy ran 50 miles because I had the bib on.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, we got to talk to him, see what he did. I'm like, oh, we live like 20 minutes away. So now we train together in the Fells. We just did the Zion Ragnar Ultra together.
Nice.
Like I made some like really lifelong friends out of that whole thing. It was super cool.
That's amazing. That's just something. Oh, that scares me. I'm not the obstacle course type, but I applaud everyone who is, because that's no joke, especially if you have to go for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Well, look at this. How high was that?
I think that was like 35 feet. So I'm scared of heights.
Did you
But
climb
if you
that?
didn't
What did
do this,
No,
you had to
jump
like
off.
you had to jump
Oh,
off.
see, I can't tell like what from here. It's hard to tell like what you're jumping into. So I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, the penalty was like another half mile. So I'm like, I just need to suck it up and jump off this thing because I don't want to run a half mile.
Oh
Gotcha.
man, it looks so cool. Actually, to be honest, I found it looking for a picture of the OG Budweiser shirt that I can't find, but that
I have it
that-
upstairs.
Do you want to go get it?
I'll send you a picture after.
yeah. That Tough Mudder looked awesome. Erica and I did Tough Mudders back in the day, long before we ever thought we would do a podcast. Eddie, you look like you do some cool shit. There's awesome hiking pictures here too. So this must all be before you met Jennifer.
Yeah, but I didn't really like stop. Like Jen's more fit than me, so like I'm like, Jen, I want to go do this like 20-mile hike. She's like, okay, and then she like kills me on it, and then
Perfect
we
couple.
don't really do obstacle course racing anymore. But maybe again when I get bored of running again.
Well, I just
Our
love
first
that
date
the
was
two of you
hiking.
are both super active together. Like that just it gives you more to do together. So
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
Like, I never played Ultimate Frisbee. I actually am not very good at Ultimate Frisbee. I can't throw, barely catch. And I went to his, when we were dating, he had a tournament, his summer tournament, and I went and like supported them, and I made a sign, and now it comes to every Ultimate tournament, a sign that I made.
Yay.
And last year I played with them because they were down a couple women, and so I was like, I can run and play defense and like knock the Frisbee out of the air. And then this year again, they asked if I could play, and I was like, sure, I'm not going to be that good again, but you want
You're
me,
taking one for the team. That's all that matters. You're a team player.
So always down for the challenge. I'm not very good at obstacles either. I have no grip strength. So when he's like, yeah, let's do an obstacle course, I'm like, can barely do monkey bars at the elementary school down the road.
Most adults can't though. I can't do it anymore.
I can't do the monkey bars. Believe me, every time I see the kids doing it, I'm like, I'm just gonna do one or two here. I'm like, oh, that didn't feel good.
I can barely do it, and it feels like my shoulders are gonna rip off. Like my arms are gonna detach.
Exactly.
Like,
And Eddie knows we're not little guys. We're big guys.
I challenged. We were like drinking with my Tough Mudder friends, and they had the little kids. And we were like, oh, let's go do a monkey bar challenge. I'm like, okay. So I was in shape. So they had like just a standard monkey bar, like 10 feet long. So I went back and forth like 10 times. And then my hands were all like bloody blisters. And then the little girls go like 8. And they go back like 15, like not even breathing hard. And then they're just like, all right, you win. Just stop. They weren't even like done.
Kids, man.
So one of the reasons I asked you to come on here wasn't because Jen had the Ironman coming up or you just did the Ironman last year, but the both of you support each other a lot. And I know there's a couple stories around Boston when you're chasing Jen around the course and supporting her through her training. I also know, Eddie, you draw the line at some points, and that line is New York.
Yeah.
Let's share some stories about, because Jen, you've supported Eddie when you've been support crew, and Eddie, you've done the same for Jen. Do you have any fun stories of Boston, New York, of Ironman, of being the supporter here in the relationship?
I think it just came off of Chicago. So it was like Chicago, Richmond, and I think Mount Desert Island. I think we just did like we still had one more left. And I just ran 2 marathons in 2 months, and Eddie had a long run, 16 miles. And I was like, all right, I'll run with you. And he told me his pace, and I was like, all right, I can do that for 16 miles. And I think it was like mile 12, 13, and my hip just like gave out on this hill, and I just stopped. I was like, I'll meet you back at home. And it wasn't like, oh, come on, you can do it. It was fine. I'm leaving you here on this hill. And I just started crying. I was very emotional. And that was like the first time I had like seen Eddie not be supportive. It was like his training run. I should have been able to pace with him. And he was like, no, don't, just go home. And I was like, I can do it. And I had to like really suck it up and like man up to like finish the last like 5 to 6 miles and not hold him back. And I've learned like that in a hard way, that's like when it's his run, I need to make sure that I can be at that pace and not hold him back.
That's
that was
tough,
probably a tough lesson learned.
Mm-hmm.
I just know I can't keep up with her, so I just bike next to her.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, Jen.
Were you feeling that extra special that day? You're like, I'm faster than her today. I'm doing better.
Yeah, she probably did something. Yeah, she was probably like in between like 3 marathons. She probably did like 20 miles.
Like, what's wrong with you?
And then I'm
basically
like,
that's what he said to me. I think that was like the first time that I like felt like I couldn't finish something, and it was like hard for me to like not be able to, and I just wanted to make sure I could prove to myself and like prove to him like I'm not going to hold you back.
Well, you two have done big races not together. Jen, you trained for New York. Jen, you've trained for Boston. I know, Eddie, you were training for the Ironman, and that was a new territory for you, Jen, at the time. Just like, I love to see how much you are supporting each other when someone else is going for their goal or for their dream.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's really your dream, but I just see that so much out of the two of you is Jen's training for New York. Even though Eddie, you draw the line at New York, you're still training with her. You're supporting her somehow. It does. You don't even have to be running with her at the time. It might just be biking alongside her, handing fuel, being supportive at the fundraising events because people have to raise. I mean, Jenn is the #1 fundraiser I know, and you go to all these events. You don't have to go, but you still do.
Yeah, well, I get to spend time with her, and it's super fun. And then, like, one of the big supports Jenn did for me was for my Ironman, we did open water swimming. So I literally swam 2 miles in her lake, and she just, like, paddleboarded or kayak next to me. And one of the days it was, like, really rough seas, like 2-foot waves, which was a lot
For a lake.
for
Wow.
a small
Wow.
kayaker. And, like, it was, like, that's so really nice that she did that for me. And so, like, she was doing Ottawa. She's like, "Do you want to do it with me?" I'm like, first of all, no, that was a lot of effort. And second of all, like, it was great having her there, like the morning of, because you get the pre-race nerves. So she like helped me with all that. She carried my stuff, and then I wanted to do that for her Ironman.
Right.
She gets the pre-race jitters, so I got to be there. You don't have to worry about anything. I'll carry the stuff. I'll carry the pump, and then like when you're like tired at the end of the night. I got to go pick up all of her stuff, and it was like super convenient. So she did it for me, so I like to pay it back. And then like we did 80% of the training together.
Yeah, he did my 100-mile bike ride. He mapped it out. It was a bike riding weekend too. So we biked from our house here in Andover up to Old Orchard,
Wow.
Maine, and it was 100 miles. We stopped at his godfather's house on the way, but he mapped it out everything and like all the logistics, and that's like his Eagle Scout in him that like when I'm training, I literally sometimes just follow Eddie because he'll map out all my runs for me. Like similar when we go on hiking, I don't have to worry about anything. I just pack the snacks and I just follow Eddie up the mountain.
It works.
So he just like leads the way. He does the map, and I'll do the long drives. I will drive for 6.5 hours and he'll map it out. He's my co-pilot. Sometimes he does fall asleep, and I have to entertain myself, but he's there for the support always along the way. So that's how, like, when we first started dating, I was a little nervous for Heartbreak Hill, and he's like, let's just do a Heartbreak Hill run. I'll drive you to Boston because I hate driving in the city. I can't parallel park. I was very nervous, and he drove me down there, and he planned out a whole back and forth and a brunch afterwards to run Heartbreak Hill. And now it's like a tradition that we do every year, and we invite new people every year, and it's just been our
When are you doing it this year?
Usually March.
Okay.
Depends on her training.
Yeah.
I think I got the invite actually, but I was like, no, I'm skiing.
We call it Jen's Fun Run and Mimosa Towers because we run 17 miles and then we drink mimosas, usually out of a tower.
Yeah, and our friend Shayna Parker, she goes and gets the table for us while we run, and she's been there every year drinking mimosas. She's like, I will walk to breakfast and I will drink, but I will not run the 16 miles.
Yeah, you don't have to run. You can show up for brunch.
You can just show up for brunch. So it's a great day. It's always fun to see new faces, and it's for people training for Boston that just want to run the route or just want to hang out too. So it's always fun. So I'll put out a little message as it comes closer.
I absolutely love that. And you guys have been so kind to invite me to that thing too. I feel like it's always around when I'm doing like Eastern States, and I was like, I can't go around. It's so,
I think it was
Easter States.
Something like that. But I
Sam
so
can come.
appreciate you guys still extending the invite. Like, it means so much. And you guys are just so fun. So one of these days, I swear I'll come down. If
She
not for the
continues
run,
to
for the
say
brunch.
that, but her answer every time is no, sorry.
All right, we're going to keep inviting you. It's a really
I love it.
Yeah, I've made a Mathletes run, at least I can say that now. In fact, Jenn is the one who took me to see the Demented Santa. Of all the Demented
that's
Santa
right.
runs you do, Erica, you've never once taken me. Jenn did.
I've gone with like our Wednesday pub
Goes
run
with
thing.
people-
They used to do that.
She goes with people that she doesn't want to invite me to run with.
So we touched upon it a little bit. And I mean, Jenn, you're wearing the shirt. So I would love to hear about your Ironman. And I want to hear about it from your perspective, actually doing it, and from Eddie's perspective, having to spectate all day.
And
So-
having FOMO, of course.
And
I know
having
you're
some
doing
FOMO.
Job supporting, but FOMO.
So
Little
please
bit.
tell me about Ironman Ottawa.
It was a great experience, but it really started with the training. I was nervous. I swam in the ocean. I grew up lifeguarding and swimming, but that fear of water just like, was there.
Trust me,
and
I get
biking,
it.
I never really was a biker, so I didn't even have. When I signed up, I didn't have a bike. I had a bike. I had a road bike. It was like a 1992 Canon Ironman bike. It weighs a lot. So I found a bike on Facebook Marketplace. The one was super nice. They had moved in this house. They had a barn. It was just in there. She didn't know what to do with it. She put it on Facebook Marketplace. Knew nothing about it. I come along. I was like, I know nothing about it, but I'm the right size for that bike. Can I have it?
Yeah.
And she cut the price down a little bit, so I was able to get it for like less than $300. It's like a $3,000 frame.
Wow.
So started biking. Eddie set up his trainer in the living room for the winter.
Hopefully.
That's Sonic. He's obsessed
Sonic.
with balls.
Yeah, he wants to play ball. Right?
And so I would bike like an hour, starting off like a half hour a night. Then I moved into like an hour. I had a couple like snow days, would bike for like 3 hours watching adventure movies.
So what did this add up to, like weekly training hours between everything?
I didn't honestly keep track, but I was doing like 2 workouts probably a day, and then getting into like 3 workouts as it got
It's like
closer.
a part-time job.
Oh yeah. So I was working a part-time job, a full-time job, and then training is another part-time job.
Wow.
I would even bike to work, so it's 10 miles to work. So I'd bike to work and then bike home. I would run on lunch and then run again or swim after work. And then do like something long on the weekend.
Gotcha.
Too. But Eddie like got me bike clips, and I got the shoes, and he warned me like, you're gonna fall, and literally pulled out of the driveway and just and he looks back, he's like, why are you on the ground? I was like, I don't know what to do. I forget how to pedal.
Congrats,
Those clips are no
Yeah,
joke
he's
though.
like,
Like,
you did it, you fell, great job. And then I didn't really tell him that I didn't know how to change the gears on this bike, and I was just like,
We did a 50-mile ride, and she kept up the whole time. It was like decently hilly. I'm like, she definitely knows how to shift, because that was hilly.
I did not. I didn't know, like, the shifters are on like the aero bars, and one would get like stuck. And also when I first got the bike, they were put on European, so they were upside down, and I had to bring it to the shop, and they had to flip them. It was like a whole thing. But for 50 miles, I just didn't change the gear because I didn't know. And then he takes me on another ride, and it was like really hilly. And I panicked, and I fell again up this hill with cars coming, and I'm still like strapped to the bike. And he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know how to ride up a hill.
Then we learned how to change gears
And
after
then,
that.
yeah, and then I was able to do a full Ironman, not knowing how to ride a bike apparently. But my boss even was a little nervous for me, like riding a bike to and from work, and he would make sure I made it home and everything.
We did practice
good.
run.
I'm like, I'd ride my car. Hi, Sonic.
aw, sweet buddy.
But I was like a little nervous. And then my neighbor's daughter, she would do open water swimming. She'd like polar plunges or something. And I think she did some mini tries. So she had a wetsuit that was my size, and she gave it to me. And we brought that one and another small one that Eddie's family had too up to the lake. And I put the smaller one on, get in the water, and I literally feel like someone's hands are on my neck, like choking me.
Oh.
And I was like, I can't wear this. I get it off. I did like a quarter mile, got out, like walked out of the lake, walked back to the beach, and had to take it off. And from then on, for like a couple months, I would have like panic attacks in the water, thinking even if I wasn't wearing a wetsuit, I just felt like someone was choking me just from that. And it took a month for me to get back used to the water. And even then, I still was a little fearful. Our friend Aoife's husband swam next to me and got me a little more comfortable, because I was also nervous, like swimming next to someone. Eddie was paddling. And so that gave me a little more confidence. Finally figured the wetsuit thing out, like one that was a little bit bigger, hiked it up more, felt more comfortable. I also learned that like to help with anxiety and panic attacks, to eat sour candy, and it'll help calm your nerves. So like before I swim,
Really? Is that
do, like,
actual?
yeah, I like was reading like, how can I calm my nerves like quickly, like is there anything? So I would do like box breathing, so like 4 like, and then hold it for 4 and then breathe out for 4, and I did that for like a minute, and then I would eat my sour candy and I would feel more confident. in the water. But I like warned Eddie, I was like, all I have to do is swim under 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I was like, I felt like my training, I swam every day for the last like 2 months after work at Styles Pond and got more confident in it. And then that was like my goal. I was like, I'm going to do like 150. I feel like 147. Let's like shoot for 147 for the Ironman. Did a little practice swim Saturday because it was in a river. And so I was like, I kept researching like, how's the current? Like, does it pick up? Am I going to just like not be able to battle this current? There's also
like a downhill swim or an uphill swim type of thing.
Yeah. I was like, at least there's no sharks, right?
Right.
That's a plus.
That going for you. Hey, listen, if you go to google.com, it's this website I found, and you type in does eating sour, automatically pops up candy help with anxiety. So apparently this is a big popular thing. And sour candy can help manage acute anxiety and panic attacks in short term. The intense flavor acts as a sensory grounding technique, forcing your brain to switch focus from racing and fearful thoughts to a sharp physical sensation in your mouth. Wow.
They also don't tell you it makes you really popular because she gave it out to like 10 people and they were like, oh, Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
She was the most popular person at the start.
I was like, you're feeling anxious? Me too. Would you like some candy?
I was thinking you were going around eating like warheads or something. Like, when's the last time you had one of those? Those are like,
sell those anymore?
They do. I had one. Somebody brought one home the other day, and I was like, ooh, I'll totally eat this. And I was like, bleh. Like it just did not taste good at all.
It's very sour.
Yep.
Yeah.
It gets you like right in the back here. You're like, oh God, it hurts.
I did I couldn't find Sour Patch Kids at Market Basket. I don't know. I didn't also look very hard. So I found like the sour Mike and Ike's at first and I was like eating those. And then Sour Patch, I feel like are just a little bit better. So I had those for race day. And yeah, I had like a bag of them, like clutching them with my swim cap. And Hawaiian rolls. I was like obsessed with Hawaiian rolls, right?
So good.
I felt like I couldn't get enough carbs while training. I feel like it was so hot towards the end. And then trying to eat, I was just like, oh my God, I just can't like get enough food in me.
Yeah.
Like 3 workouts. My boss would like look over and he's like, you're eating again? I was like,
yeah.
I don't want to be eating anymore.
You both could answer this probably because you've done an Ironman each now in the last year and you've run many marathons. Like, describe the difference in training, in rest, recovery, nutrition that you experience doing an Ironman compared to all the marathons you've run. Because you got marathon running down to a science. This is new.
It was definitely new. And with the heat, I feel like it was for just marathon training in the heat, I definitely like pull back a little bit more. I'll do, if I'm supposed to do 8 miles, I'll do 4 if it's so hot. But I'm like, I need to do 8 miles. I need to get these miles in, or I need to get like hours on the bike or another swim in. And swimming was like, oh, that's refreshing. But you're still doing a full workout. And then the nutrients, I just felt like I couldn't get enough food in, or I'd be like, 50 pounds from working out so much. So I don't know.
Yeah, the marathon is only like 3 to 4 hours for us. Like I don't train like fast, so like if you want to run a fast marathon, you got to put in a lot more time. But it's really only like 30 to 40 miles a week, which like isn't that much. Like you just do your long run with your club on Saturday, and you do a couple of runs during the week. Ironman's like, oh, I got to do like a 30-mile ride today, and then I got to wake up in the morning. I did like Thursday morning spin classes. And then it wasn't just like, oh, go for a nice hour run. It's on Saturday. It's like 3-hour run and then like an hour bike. And it just takes up way more time. And then you're just tired. So then you just sleep all day. You do eat a lot more. And then like Jen got me into like the Yukins and the waffles and the Stinger or the gummies.
Oh yeah, the gummies.
And then, so that's like all super expensive. Like running, you could just like wing it. You need some goose for like race day and maybe a 20-miler. But like the Ironman training, like if you're doing a 50 to 100-mile training ride, you need like a bunch of stuff. So that was way more expensive too.
Our whole kitchen table was like just full of like
snacks,
nutrition and snacks. And then Soto Cycles here in Andover, and I work now at Oak and Iron, and they would come in on Thursdays and be like, "Why aren't you biking with us?" I'm like, "Well, I'm bartending, so I can't just leave to go for a 30-mile bike ride with you guys." But they gave me a lot of advice too, especially before long rides. I had never done like the carbohydrate drinks, but I knew they were giving them out on the Ironman. So like the Mortons and the Precision. So they like were like, you need to like start training with that now, because it's definitely going to help you through your long ride. So I ordered some. I have a sensitive stomach, so I was like, well, let's just see which one I like better too, because Precision and Morton were both sponsoring Ironman. So they had like the Morton gels and bars, but then they had the Precision electrolyte carb drink already pre-bottled for your bike and for your run. I'll say I did like the Precision. I'm still not a fan of Morton. I just don't really like the texture of it. And I also ordered flavored, because I'm like, no, I tried like their apple one and I was like, that is not apple. I don't know what that is. I do love my UCAN gels, except they came out with like a black cherry flavor. And I was like, I love cherry.
Not good.
No. Everyone else might love it. I like the strawberry banana. Sorry.
That's my go-to flavor. Let's talk about Ironman. I watched. I was glued to your social media, whatever you post. You posted a ton of photos, so we're gonna scan through a lot of these photos here. But one of my favorite things about when I did Ironman was it wasn't just a one-day event; it was a weekend event, and you learned that in Lake Placid. And then you went, like, when did you leave for Ottawa? Because you did this in Ottawa. It's not a short drive, but you have no problem driving, you said.
6.5 hours.
There? How did you take in the whole weekend?
So we left Friday morning at 7 a.m. from our house, like everything packed in the car. Dogs were getting picked up that afternoon from Eddie's parents, so they were all set. Their bags were packed, ready for sleepover camp. And we just hit the road. And I did tell Eddie, I was like, well, I've done the math. So the gallons of gas in my car, we're not going to make it all the way there. So we have to stop for gas at least like 100 miles before we hit the Canadian border. And so that was our goal, was to get there. And we arrived around like 2:30 in the afternoon and got to Athletes Village. Super easy to check in. I would say way easier than like some marathons to check in. Like Boston, you're standing in like a 45-minute to an hour line. I don't know if we just timed it right, but like I got in, there was no line, got my bag, got my swag and bib number. You get like an anklet that you have, your tracker. Make sure not to lose that. You get your wristband so they know that you're coming and going. When shopping, Eddie's word of advice, don't look any prices. Just get what you want because you're only here like once.
I like that.
Yeah.
Only the first time once.
So I got a lot of apparel. I really wanted sweatpants for some reason. Like I wanted these sweatpants from Boston and they didn't have my size. And I was like, oh, and then I saw like Ironman had like similar ones. I was like, oh, I'm just going to save my money for Ironman. And I got the pants that I wanted. And then there's this wicked soft, like button down, that I also really liked. And then like Hawaiian shirts. Eddie loves Hawaiian shirts. So he got 2 Hawaiian shirts for the Lake Placid Ironman. So I was like, oh, I want something like that. And they didn't really have like a tropical one, but they had this like one with the Canadian maple leaf and like all the Ironman symbols on it.
It's so cute.
Yeah. So I got that. And then I heard that a lot of the apparel, yes, there's
there it is. Hey,
that some stuff was stuck at customs. So I really wanted a shirt that had all the names on the back. And it was stuck in customs. So they said it would be delivered the next day. But one of my favorite things I got was like this bucket hat. I'm a hat person and has like all the Ironman stuff on it. I'm wearing it in a couple of the pictures. But that's like one of my favorite things. And I've worn it like every day since.
I love just the atmosphere around it. Like I just so love that. And
it was
just
very calm. I will say that. Like compared to like some other athlete villages and expos, this one was very calm. And I don't know if it was just like our timing, but it was very calm.
I think it's because like you arrived on Friday and the village usually opens maybe Wednesday, definitely on Thursday. And a lot of people get there earlier. And like I got there for Thursday. And then a lot of people already checked in on Friday. They're doing their warm up, their swim. You probably timed it right because of that. And but everything just felt so centralized in the village, where New York, it was all over the city. Boston is kind of centralized where it's on Boylston, the expo and everything. So that was great. It would be nice if the Fan Fest and City Hall was closer, but the whole Ironman vibe and the atmosphere, I just fell in love with. It got me so excited to be there.
It was like, because they had like the stage and the arch like right there in the middle too, so you got to see where you were coming in, and that was really cool. They had a couple signs.
There's the hat.
There's my bucket hat. Yeah. It was, I got all my bags prepped Saturday morning and like wrote myself little notes on the bags too, so I knew like
remember me. I see it.
Yeah.
So you got a bag that says "Remember Me." The other one
that's
says,
like my stuff, like with my bike pump.
the other one says
Hawaiian rolls.
First.
Eat me first.
Yeah.
Like when I was getting changed, I had a goal, so I did not like my tri suit. It zipped in the back, and my friend Cassie did Lake Placid a couple weeks before, and she said like she like couldn't get her tri suit back on in the porta potty, like off her bike. And I was like, yeah, I'm not getting stuck in a porta potty. I've been there, done that, not getting stuck. So I decided my goal was to wear it under my wetsuit because I felt comfortable under the wetsuit, but then to change into my regular bike clothes in the tent and be dry because it was all supposed to rain.
Yeah.
So I was like, have some dry clothes. And then that probably also says "Eat me."
It actually says, I wanted to mention this. It says, "Run. This is your favorite part."
Oh, yeah, that's right.
a little self-affirmation there.
Yeah. So between like the swim and bike, I changed into completely different outfits. And then from the bike to the run, I also changed into dry clothes too, which was a waste of time because I left that tent and it was torrential downpouring and got soaked instantly.
Oh no.
But it felt good to sit not on a bike and in a chair and just have dry socks for like 30 seconds.
So that was right before you did the run. How long did it wind up raining for? Was it like the entirety of your marathon, or did it wind up stopping?
23 out of 26 miles.
Oh, Jen, that's
and
gross.
It wasn't like a light rain. It was like a tsunami was coming through. And I just kept looking at those volunteers handing me nice, dry, crisp potato chips and like, thank you so much. You're my favorite.
The river swim?
I did. Yes, this is my practice swim.
Oh,
I did.
That's not a river.
Yeah, that's a river. That's the Ottawa River.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. With a
that
jetty.
thing has waves from the gravity of the moon, Jen. Oh, man, that is huge. That is cool, though.
So you swam like up, out, like with against the current, then you turned and then swam back with the current. I didn't really feel like it was propelling me, but I was just very motivated to keep swimming. My goal was not to stop throughout my whole swim.
Nice.
And I did that. And then I also, my goal was to finish in an hour 47, and I did an hour 28. So Eddie almost missed me coming down the water.
Not a big deal. Hour 28.
That's success.
I guess I'll go over there. And then I'm like, she'll probably come in like 10 minutes. And I'm like, wait, is that her? And she was like, I like had time for like one picture.
I was so excited to see you. I was like, I'm out of the water.
Like, whoa, good thing I was paying attention.
It must have felt so good to get out of the water, look at your watch, hit transition, be like 128.
Well, it was also weird. So I saw him go into the water, like everyone diving into Lake Placid and like just taking off. People in Ottawa just like walked in. It was kind of shallow.
Yeah.
So they're like, and I was like,
well,
did I go? Like,
did you pace
when do we
yourself?
start swimming?
Did you pace yourself though? Like they'll have the pacing signs, right?
For the swim?
Yeah, because they'll have pacing signs just like you would for a run, where it would say like 9-minute mile here.
Yeah,
where
you stood.
Oh, where I stood. Yeah, where I stood in line. Yeah.
Yeah, so you probably paced yourself. You're probably with a group of swimmers who are just like, that's how we're going to approach this. It's not about the speed so much. We're just going to get in there, get our feet wet, versus.
Oh, yeah, some people were doing the breaststroke, got kicked a couple times with the breaststrokers. I was like, whoa, what are you doing?
Well, Jen, so the one thing that scares the shit out of me about doing an Ironman would be getting kicked while in the water. Did you have to deal with any of that, or did you have enough space to like do your own thing?
So that was also one of my fears because Eddie's like, oh, I only got kicked in the face like one time and had to adjust my goggles. So I was like,
One time,
absolutely
right?
not.
That was great.
So I was like, I'm gonna swim a little bit further to the right. I knew my goal. Even if I have to swim a little bit extra just to be out of the way. But where I paced myself, I felt like I wasn't in a super congested crowd. There was a gentleman breaststroking as I was trying to go out, and he was either quite tall or I was just a little too close because he kicked me right in the gut, and I kind of like lost my breath for a second. But then I was like, just move over. You don't need to stop. Just keep going. I also got a little like bubble of water in my goggle at one point. I was like, nope, not stopping. Just gonna go. Gonna finish. And
You swim enough, you can almost master, like when you turn your head up to breathe, grab it, tilt the goggle a little bit, get it out. You know, I figured that out, but sometimes it takes a few shots. I also want to say one thing. Erica, did you hear what Jen said? That was
About
also
what?
her fear.
Yeah.
It was also her fear. She faced her fears.
yes, you can do it, Erica.
You can
can
do
do
it.
Cool.
Jen definitely put in the work for the swim. From her first training swim to her last training swim was like 9 days. Jen put a lot of work into it, and it paid off. But it's very
Look at that
doable.
I am
smile.
stuck in my wetsuit right here. I could not like get it off by myself.
Oh no.
There are wetsuit peelers that do help you take
The
your wetsuit
strippers.
off.
Strippers.
No, they're not. They don't call them that anymore.
We call them
We
that.
call them that. But the Ironman does not call them strippers anymore.
That's why I did Lake Placid for the strippers.
Yeah. It's a
Here there were
Canada,
strippers. He
America
was
thing.
super excited.
So here
The
you
bike
are on the
was a little
bike.
wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt really good on the bike. It was like 2 out and back loops, and then you rode through the city each way. It was very lonely out there. There was only like the 2 aid stations on one on each side, and then you were just like out there riding. But my
See,
biggest
Erica,
surprise
it's fun.
She
yeah,
hamming it
look
up.
how fun I'm having.
You
Seeing
are
Eddie
having
out
fun.
there running from like point to point, I was like, there he is, and I would get so excited every time I saw him. And I also am the type of runner that I know when there's a photographer, and I like put on a smile. Even if
I'll
I'm-
do that. Yep. Yep. Got to make it worth it.
Yeah.
Eddie, how is the course for a spectator? Because I've been to Mount Tremblant many times. It's a amazing spectator course. I know Lake Placid is a good spectating course, not up there at the best. It's amazing, the sights and everything, but you're not in a village like Mount Tremblant. And I know you don't have much of a comparison, but how is this for a spectator?
Overall pretty good. So I take it like a sport spectating. So I'm like, how many times can I see Jen? I had like 30,000 steps that day. So like saw her at the swim, and then I'm like, oh, she does this out and back at 10 miles on the bike. So I get to see her like twice in like 2 minutes. So like, I'm like, I just have to beat her by like 10 minutes. So I walked over there, saw her there. Then I like had to drive back to the city, and then like she said, it went through the city like multiple times. So every time she came back to the city, I got to see her like twice. So I stood out there, and then the run was a little tough. I saw her like 3 or 4 times in the first like 3 miles, and then she just like went way out, and then she came back to like turn around. So I saw her there, and then she kind of went out and back. So I think I saw her almost 15 times.
That's awesome. That's a good amount.
Yeah.
It's
What did you do
spectating
while
is a
she was
sport.
out on like a long stretch? Oop. Do you want me to repeat?
No, I got you.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, she got me the VIP spectator pass, so like they had free food and booze. So like, go over there. Yeah, free. So I'd go over there, get lunch, or I'd like. It was raining a lot, so like I'd go back to I went back to the hotel like twice just to like regroup.
Change into dry clothes.
Yeah, I mean, like it wasn't raining, so I had my sneakers on, and then it started downpouring, so I went back to get my boots. And
Just look at this picture right here with like the water coming off of Jen's shoe.
Yeah. Like when Jen said it was torrential on the run, it was torrential. It was horrible.
The chafing, I've never had chafing ever like on any marathon, and I just like was like, this is brutal. This is what people talk about. Chasing the dream. Yeah.
That's awesome. Look at you there. So every Ironman, this is cool. The finish line, it's like you just did 140.598, and then you got to do a little tiny bit more up a hill over the finish line.
That's cruel.
It's like a little stage.
hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, the last 5K, I knew there was an aid station right before I hit that. So I was like, no, I'm going to go to the bathroom because I'm like, I can't hold it any longer. So I went to the bathroom, like had another like gel or no gels. I was done with gels. I had like one of those Stinger gummies and I was like, yes, this is what's going to get me to the finish. And I knew it was a 5K. I also kind of forgot that I ran mostly downhill that first 5K. So I had to go back up those hills to come back. But what was really cool, similar to Boston, they have a Scream tunnel in Ottawa, and it was packed with people because it was downpouring. So you got to run through that in your first 2 miles, and then
It was
your
a real
last 2
tunnel?
miles. It was a real tunnel, like under a bridge.
Nice.
And it was packed. It was echoing with people, and it was very cool experience.
Very cool.
Very cool to go through. And you have your name on your bib, so like, go Jennifer! And I'm sprinting past people because I'm like, this is my last 5K. I am going. And then you go through like this one aid station right as you round like this sidewalk, and there are these 2 young like 20-year-old like guys trying to like go up this hill, and I just blow past them, and this volunteer was like, whoa. And the guy's like, you're making us look bad. I was like, I need to get to Eddie. I'm almost done.
Yeah.
And then I forgot as you go up to Parliament, because you pass Parliament before you round to go to the where this is. So that building is like the Parliament building.
Yep.
It's like another hill, and I see it, and I was like, no, let's go. I'm getting over that. And I just like sprinted past it, and my neighbor said he texted Eddie. He's like, you better get ready. She's coming.
Yeah. And I got to ask about that in a second. 12:53:41, Jennifer, that is a great time.
I really wanted to be under 14 hours. That was my goal, was to be
Smashed
under 14 hours. And just like enjoy it too. And I really did have a lot of fun. I feel like I have fun in a lot of my races, but like I was scared of this race and I almost quit like training. I was like, I'm just gonna go to like do like a half. Like I'll still do it, but I'm just gonna do a half and like see if Ironman will let me switch. And then I was like, no, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna like make sure I'm having fun while I do it, because the training was like a lot.
My only full Ironman was 12:59 like 59. Technically, Ironman says it was 13 hours and like 13 seconds, but it's because my watch paused because the hill was so steep on the bike. So I was like just trying to get under 13. So I did. On my watch, it was like 12:59, like 46 or whatever. That's
Which one did you do?
Yeah, which one did you do, Eric?
Mount Tremblant was my full, and if they ever bring it back, I think that's the day I go buy a new bike.
Yeah.
That's how you
Because
get faster on the
I
street.
just sold mine. I want to know about this. Eddie, not surprised about the Budweiser hat. Jen bought you a VIP pass then? Is that how you got to do this? You got to hang out at the finish line and hand her medal.
Yes.
So his parents did it for me, so I was able to put his medal on him at Lake Placid last year. So that was like one of the best moments to see him cross that finish line. So I was like, I really want him there when I finish. And so I was like, I'm gonna spend the money to have him there.
How did that work out? Yeah. How did that work out logistically for both of your experiences? Like, do you have to watch the tracker, and are you not allowed in that finisher's area until you got a mile to go or something? How does
you just watch the tracker, and then you kind of know when she's finishing, and then there's a staff, and one of the staff's in charge, and then they've been like, they were coming in early from the tracker, so she's like, let's go out early. So we were out there like 15 minutes before her estimated finish time, and then she took pictures while I got to put her medal on her.
Real quick.
Lake Placid, I got the same message. They're like, oh, he's 2 miles out, come on down. And those were the like longest 2 miles of my life because I felt like I kept checking the tracker and he wasn't moving. And I was like, are you sure he's coming? Is he okay?
Those are my fastest 2 marathon miles.
And he was like, I was going so fast. And I was like, my heart was like, is he coming? Is he coming? Where is he?
Like, I ran like 9-minute miles my last miles. I was like, fun.
For me, it felt like it took like 40 minutes.
Real quick, Eddie, I love the footwear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dry as
Smart.
feet anywhere. And then there was a big mud pit when there wasn't carpet. So it was very effective.
Now with the VIP pass, did you get to go with her after into the tent? Like, I remember going in, grabbing
You got to
food.
come into my VIP tent.
Did
So
you?
he got to go
You got to
and
stay
get
there.
food. Yeah, he got to go get food with me, like through Ironman, like the regular food. And then we went to the VIP side and I got like extra stuff too.
So Jen, this picture here, I see you like covered in like what, a heat sheet. You got your bike. Are you like, is this you leaving the venue, or did you stick around for like the, I don't know what it's called, but like the golden hour of finishing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The golden hour. So we hung out there, I want to say for like an hour, maybe a little more. So I feel like maybe I hung out for an hour and then Eddie went and got my bike and my bags. One of the cool things about where they put your bike for Ottawa was under the National Art Museum. So like even during the downpour, my bike was nice and dry.
Nice.
And then he came back and then we walked the mile back to the hotel and they were like setting off like the lights and the smoke. I feel like they were still like maybe around 14. They hadn't quite hit 15, 16 hours yet at
It
this
was probably
point.
like 8:30 and 9-ish, and the last runners are midnight.
Yeah.
Oh, so that would have been a while. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got back to the hotel, I want to say right before 10 o'clock as we walked back.
Yeah.
It's a long
Jen
day.
wasn't feeling going out again. I was like super bummed. I was ready to hit the town, but she wanted to just lay in
I just
bed.
wanted to lay in bed. He could have gone out, but you know.
I do not blame you one bit, Jen. Like, that is a long day. I mean, even just being out there after the race, like, holy shit.
Oh, let's look at the stats here. Okay. 128.49 on the swim. Your transition, yeah,
was slow.
that's
That could use some
long.
improvement.
That's a
I know.
What is it? I can't quite
It was
see.
like 18 minutes. They were like under 20 minutes, but they were long.
You went to the bathroom, you ate breakfast, you got a snack,
went
you brushed your
slow.
teeth. You took your time, you took it in. Your
It
bike,
was so hot in those tents, so there was no power in the the swim to bike tent. It was so humid, and like just to put socks on, I feel like took me 5 minutes. Of
Yeah.
it.
your bike was a 6:46. That is awesome. Your pace says 26 kilometers per hour. So I don't know what that equals out. 26.5 kilometers. What's the math? I don't know. Another long transition. That's fine. It's your first Ironman. Take it all in. Your marathon. After just swimming and then biking 112 miles, you were so close to running a sub 4-hour marathon.
I know.
So
I didn't go to the
close.
bathroom.
4
and do all those
hours, 25 seconds. Jen!
Ugh,
Oh,
ruined it.
I'm still freaking proud of you. Like, that's better than I would do.
and just to
Be
show you
proud.
how amazing of a runner Jen is, I beat her in every category of my first full Ironman, but she's so fast on the run, she beats me in the total time.
That's crazy.
I think my marathon in the Ironman was 5:05. I'd been 5:03.
It was, Eddie asked me like during the race, he's like, did you pass people? And I was like, it was so many out and backs for the bike. It was 3 out and backs. I was like, I could have passed people. They could have been passing me. I don't know what loop they were on. I was just happy I didn't crash. I saw 2 horrific crashes and then a woman like
Oh, no.
passed out on her bike. I was legit praying. The road conditions were not great. There were a lot of potholes, a lot of cracks in the road,
Ooh.
not even going like horizontal, like people's tires were getting stuck in them, bottles were flying off their bikes. So I was like praying, just let me get to the finish for the bike, let me get to the finish and just run. And on the run, it was a double out and back as well. So I was like, I don't know if these people are on their first loop or their second loop, but I'm just gonna
Pass
keep
them all.
Pass them all. Just keep passing them. I need
There
to
we
get to the
go.
chips before they do.
Hey, by the way, I lied. I don't know why I always thought I ran a 5:05. I just looked it up on Strava. I ran a 4:57. Sub 5 hour for me. All this time I've been saying I ran a 5:05. Maybe that was my New York time, and then my a different course too. Like it's not the same, but I love on Strava now when you go to like your activities, you don't have to look by date. You can just type in the name, and then it shows all your, I type in Ironman, shows them all.
Check that out.
Yeah, you did incredible, Jen. Absolutely incredible, especially in that weather.
Oh, I was just praying it wasn't like gonna thunderstorm. That morning on Friday when we were leaving, it said it was gonna thunderstorm on Sunday, and I was like, they just can't cancel it. We're traveling all the way up there. Just don't cancel any part of it. I'll run in the rain, and I should have probably not said that part when I prayed, but
damn it,
Like,
came
all
from
right.
I did. I ran in the rain.
Deal.
It was like mid shin deep, some of those puddles, and there was no way of avoiding it. It was like the whole road was flooded. Yeah, my shoes are toast.
You did incredible.
Oh, man.
Eddie, I have a rule which is spare no details, but maybe don't spare no details. Jen did a really good job, but all right, give me your Ironman Lake Placid experience.
Yeah, it was super cool. I wanted a challenge. I got a challenge. I loved the swim. Swimming was really fun. I did get kicked in the face twice. My goggles didn't fall off, and I'm like, this is great. And then I told my buddies, my drinking buddies, they're like, Eddie, we live very different lives. So that was really funny. So yeah, 114 out of the water. Then they told me to find the biggest guy to strip you for the wetsuits. So I'm like, you. And then he's just like, whoosh. So I'm like, took his advice. Then I get on the bike. It's 2 56-mile loops. So the first loop, this is coming to me. This is me, 50-mile 56. So it's really cool. You get to like bike through the like bobsled training facility, and then past the ski jump. And then my coworker grew up near the course, so she was out there cheering me on.
Nice.
So I was feeling really good. Through miles 56 of the bike, and then I just like got tired on the bike, and then like I couldn't find the aid station at mile 85. I was on course. It just like never showed up. I must have moved it. And then I remember at mile like 100, I get out of the porta potty, and the volunteers hold my bike, and I'm eating my ham sandwich with mustard. He's like, "Is that egg salad?" I'm like, "No, it's
Can you
it's
imagine?
mustard." And then
I guess it's
I was
protein. I don't know.
passing like a New York City Police Department athlete, and I looked at him on the bike, and I'm like, "We got this." And he said, "Yes, we do." And then like that like stuck with me, and then like got through the bike, started the run, got to see Jen early on the run, and my parents. And then miles like 3 through 13, I was just cranking, and I was telling jokes. I was like having a grand old time, met a lot of friends. And then 13 to 16 was like I slowed down a little. It was a little rough. And then it was just 16 to the end was just like get to the aid station and walk the aid station. And it was like about every mile. So I'd run like a 9-minute pace probably, and then I'd walk through the aid station. So my average pace was probably like 11.
That's
and
not
I
bad,
just
though.
I know. And I was like cruising, and I'm like, I got this. And then like the end was in sight, and like what a day it was. We had rain on the bike,
50 something miles on his bike at rain.
Torrential.
I was in a nice, like the hockey arena, overseeing the bike glass.
The miracle.
Seeing You're doing great, Eddie.
And that's when you have like it started torrential rain when you have the 5 mile super steep descent when everyone goes like 40 miles an hour, and so you're not generating heat because you're not pedaling, and my hands are like claws because I don't go faster than like 25. And I was just like, oh my god, I'm tired, it's raining,
Oh, no.
I'm cold. But then finished. It was amazing experience. Definitely took a lot out of me mentally and physically, but like super cool. Yeah, training with Jen was super fun. So I'd do another one in the future.
When is the
Just-
next one, guys? Come on, let's do one together.
Yeah, I want
We
to know
heard
what's up.
that Copenhagen is a really good Ironman. They have like live bands throughout the course.
Fun.
So I actually looked it up, and it's mid-August next year. So
Do it. I heard
know.
Shaggy was a
Next
lot of
year,
fun.
what?
George looks amazing. I was
Our-
at Cozumel, and that was
Ooh.
awesome to be a spectator, but that course was flat, and my buddy Scott's like, I never got a break. So what I love about Mount Tremblant, Lake Placid is identical in a way. Like, it's a hilly bike ride. So you work hard to get up the hills, but you get the break on the downhill. Where
Mhm.
Cozumel was flat, and so he did 112 miles flat and arrow the whole time. It was hard. So Lake Placid is next for me when I can do it, or Mount Tremblant. Lake Placid I've been to many times for hockey, for friend's
It's
wedding.
super cool
I've ran
place.
there. It's an amazing place. So I want to do Lake Placid. And then Mount Tremblant is just somewhere else, something else. I want to go skiing there, actually, which brings me to my next question. Actually, I'm going to save it because we have our final 2 questions brought to you by My Race Tats. And so I want to know the advice you would give another couple who, you started dating, you're both running, but you have other goals in mind. Like Jen, you're doing some of these really big, fast marathons. You're qualifying for Boston. Eddie, you're doing the 50 states. And then you support each other so much. So what advice would you give another couple who might be one of them's doing an Ironman and the other one's supporting, or vice versa with the marathon? What would be the advice you give them?
I'd say your goals are going to align. We both are runners, and like adventurous. So our goals are aligning, and training together, we get to like experience together, but as we're training, we're talking about like our days and our other goals, and just being together is like the best part. It's like a new date every day that we get to
Aw.
experience. And then getting to support him on the sideline. It's not like I'm not doing it. I'm still a part of it, which is great to see. But then when we do go to races, we have our own separate goals. We get to do our own thing, and we helped each other like achieve those goals together too.
And then even if we don't do like she did Ottawa, I didn't do Ottawa, but I'll do something else that she doesn't do. So we get to train together, and like I'm still staying fit, and I'm still in marathon shape while I get to train with her.
You're
And-
Ironman ready, buddy.
He could have done it.
I could have done it. It
Yeah.
would have been.
It's just a little more
Something.
training's icing on the cake. You can do one in a couple months, man. Cozumel's in November. Go to Cozumel.
We're doing Berlin, so we're already running.
Yeah,
Right.
There we go.
Like
They're
a
both
month
running
away.
Berlin together.
Yep.
Yeah, with Tim.
Well, she'll be up ahead. Tim and I will be drinking the beers along the way.
There is a lot of beer on the course.
I haven't been training as much, so my goals are going from like 3 hour to 3:30, and now it's probably just like 4 and beer.
Just have a good time. I have a little fun fact that you guys should do. The day before the marathon, there's an inline skating marathon. So you guys should go watch that.
Ooh.
And you're allowed to drink on the streets. So like when I was there, me and Brandon went into just like a convenience store. We got like a big tall boy of beer, and we're just like drinking while watching, and like everybody's doing it. And then you just see like the fast people just zip right by you, but then like you get the recreational skaters just going, and it's such a cool thing to watch. And it is on the actual marathon course, so
Ooh.
you get to check that out a little bit, and it's a lot of fun.
That's very cool. I
That's
didn't know
cool.
about that.
That's like the
Yeah.
Boston Midnight Ride.
Mhm.
Like,
Mm.
it's
Yeah.
it's
So-
the opposite.
Erica,
Exactly.
Do you know what the Boston Midnight Ride is?
I
I've
do now.
I've yet to do this, but I really want to do it. It's where a bunch
You
of
just bike the
cyclists-
course?
Yeah, at midnight, night before.
They close the course at midnight, so people like get their bikes and they light them all up. They put radios on them, and then it's
Fun.
like everyone goes, and there's like thousands of people that do
The
it.
cool thing is a
Oh,
lot of
that's
them
so fun.
Yeah, the cool thing is a lot of them will meet in Boston before, and they'll get on the subway and take the
Mhm.
subway, with their bikes because they finish on Boylston. So
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they'll bike from Boston, some of them to Hopkinton and then back.
yeah,
We've been, because I get dropped off in Holliston the night before, so we go to the start line at night, and we'll see some of them like getting ready to go. I was asked this weekend by one of our Ultimate Frisbee teammates if I had thought about doing that before the marathon. And I was like, oh, well, that's like a different goal. I was like, maybe someday.
I mean,
Right.
honestly, that's not bad if you're going out there just to do Boston as like a fun run.
Yeah.
And if you do the midnight ride as a fun ride and you're just like trotting along and just having fun with it, I don't see why that's a
That's like a quarter of the Ironman.
I know.
So it's so
That's
easy.
what I was thinking. I was like, well, it's not 112 miles, so
Mhm.
maybe. I just have to carry all my stuff there.
That's true. All right. One more question for you guys, at least from me. So I kind of switched up my song question a little bit. We still have the Spotify playlist, but I want to ask what your song is together as a couple so we can pop it on the playlist. Do you guys have a song together?
Well, we have 2 songs. We have our
Mhm.
wedding song, and then we have our fun song.
Wait, are you announcing the wedding song on the podcast? Are you breaking this right now?
That's what I don't know if because it is like a surprise to our family and friends.
Well,
so
you choose what you want to do.
I think we'll do our fun song, and then we'll tell you our wedding song.
Oh,
After the wedding.
offline.
Yeah,
Well, no,
You got it.
we'll know at the wedding because the invitation's in the mail, right?
right.
We're
All right,
writing it
fun
to you.
song, go.
Our fun song that we sing like at least once a day is "Who Let the Dogs Out," and we have a bell in our kitchen. And we'll ring the bell, and the dogs will get all riled up, and we'll sing "Who Let the Dogs Out" and just blast it. And thank God our neighbors have air conditioning, or they probably hear us.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
Sonic agrees.
Sonic, we love it too. Well, listen, I know it's always the final 2 questions brought to you by Race Tats, but I am adding one more because I saved this for the end. And this series is brought to you by this amazing sponsor called Back in Action, right? And I always thought triathlon is like the best thing for runners because it keeps you're swimming, you're biking, you're weight training, you're running, you're doing it all. You're not just running all the time, which gives you the ability to do other fun things. And 1, I did not know you ski, Jen.
Yeah.
2, you got to do one of the coolest things ever that I have not done yet because I prefer the chairlift. But if I'm ever going to skin up a mountain, it's going to be this one. Last winter,
Yes.
you 2 skinned up the Cog Railroad on Mount Washington on the most perfect day, and you got to ski
Wow.
down. And I'm going to go through these photos. Tell
It's
me
literally
about this
perfect.
So he got into it. He got skis on Facebook Marketplace, and one of his coworkers did it. And then I did not have the right skis. I had just my downhill skis, which I've had since like middle school. So I have been looking to get new skis anyway. So I carried them on my back and I snowshoed up.
Yeah.
Skis are heavier than they look, let me tell you.
With the boots.
With the boots too.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it was beautiful. It was like the perfect day, way warmer. You think it's like super cold. So we're double layered. We're taking off clothes as we go up. And there's a lot, like, I was surprised there was a lot of people up there, like, doing this. Snowboarders too. And then you got to see the train go past us, which was really cool. And then you stop at that like point where the train stops. And they have little fires going and making s'mores.
Oh.
And we went up to what was
We
that?
went like 2/3 of the way up before it got like right before the tree line ended. Yeah, I forget what the place is called, but
Yeah.
then we're like, this seems like steep and narrow enough. We're like average skiers, we're not like extreme skiers, so this definitely like pushed our limits. But it was like definitely a bucket list item, and it was super cool to do. So we'll do it again.
I fell way more than I wanted to, but I was also like nervous because there were rocks like sticking out, and then it was like a drop off, and I was like, just fall in the powder. It's fine, fall in the powder, because there wasn't a lot to like turn either. So you either go like plummeting straight down, or you're trying to make these really tight turns in powder. And once you got used to it, I felt better. So it was like probably like
Powder looks so
100
amazing.
yards. That I was like, oh God, this is not what I should be doing right now. But it was really cool.
Yeah.
Definitely want to do it again.
I want to go. I mean,
We'll probably
I'd
do,
be on
like,
the
different
train.
places,
I'd be the
too.
one waving you guys from the train.
Erica, you go on the train.
You're
We'll
cold.
hike up.
it's not cold.
Um,
They said it's not cold, and I agree. Like when I ski, I'm never cold.
Well, you're working out. I mean, if you're just out there, it's gonna be cold, but I'm sure it's not cold like in the train.
Look
On the
at
train.
these views,
we skied the
guys.
day before, and it was like negative, like
Oh, wicked
18
cold,
at
yeah.
Loon. And so we stayed up there for the weekend, and we skied with his brother and his fiance Kelly. And it was so cold the day before that I was like, oh my god, Eddie, we're gonna freeze. It's gonna be
We were
so
watching the weather like constantly, and then we just tried it, and we're like, oh, it's actually perfect.
It was like a way nicer day the next day.
You can tell Jen's hair is frozen in this picture.
Yeah. And his beard.
Yep.
Yeah, this is where we like turned around.
Yeah.
It's got a fun name, but I forget what it's called.
Like some chair, I think.
It looked amazing.
Or
It looked so
ladder.
amazing.
Jacob's
I've
ladder
done
or something.
Tuckerman's a couple of times. I need to go back soon, but this just looks so amazing. Look how deep that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love skiing. I love skiing. This is so cool. Way to go, guys. I love the adventures you two go on. I love the support you give each other at, when Jen's doing hers or Eddie's doing his. We know the line. The line's New York.
He will not go to New York. And Jenna's fiance Tyler didn't believe me. He was adamant Eddie was there. He searched my hotel room for Eddie when they arrived. Like, no, he's hiding. He's hiding.
The story is as a lot of people maybe, some cities or crowds are just way too big and massive, and spectating is a sport. Like spectating is difficult, and then doing it in New York, it's different than Boston. So
he ran New York, and he was like, I'm not going back to New York. So when he knew I was in for the majors, he was like, you're on your own for New York. And I was really happy that you guys, all the mathletes, wanted to do forced charities all go together, so I wasn't alone.
You guys asked me at the 10 miler, you were interviewing me after the race, and you're like, oh, so you excited? You excited for the New York City? And I was like looking at you, and I looked around. I'm like, me? You're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I'm actually not going.
Guys, this was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for doing this series. Erica has some exciting news to share with you, though.
I sure do. So we know that you guys are super active, and one of our partners for the summer series is UFOs. So you guys are going to get to pick out a new pair of slides and or sandals and just use them for recovering after all these epic races.
Ooh, thank
Amazing.
you.
So I'll
That's
send you a
awesome.
link, and you guys can pick out something you like.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, we want to thank UFOs. We want to thank My Race Tats, and we want to thank Back in Action for bringing us this awesome series. So cool. What a fun summer it's been. Guys, it's so awesome to be your friends, to get to run with you, be honorary mathletes, and get to hear the stories. And I love watching your adventures. It's so much fun.
Me too.
Thank you so much.
Yes, we'll keep sharing them. We have many more adventures
Many more
to
to
keep
come.
going.
Especially Berlin. I'm excited for you guys.
Yes.
Yes, Berlin's going to be awesome. Take all of 6 Star's advice. By then, she'll be 7-star. Enjoy it. Take it all in. Have a blast, guys. I hope you loved this as much as I did. Jen and Eddie on the On the Runs podcast. That was wicked awesome.
Runners, whether you're training for your first 5K or your 10th marathon, injuries don't have to be part of the journey. At Back in Action in Concord, New Hampshire, we specialize in keeping runners like you healthy, strong, and on the road. We put together a free run guide covering injury prevention and recovery, built specifically for runners. Download it free, find the link in the show notes. Don't wait until something hurts. Get the guide, stay in the game.
Jen, Eddie, the two of you are just relationship goals. You guys are active together. You seem like you have so much fun together. You guys are a perfect pair.
And they don't care if they're like average at something. They go and tackle Mount Washington and ski down it. They go and tackle an Ironman. They face their fears. They face the anxiety. They take, if they ever have a little bit of anxiety, they eat something sour, like sour candy. So,
they figured it out and they have fun, and that's what it's all about. And they also bring Tim into it. So
yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
And Sonic and Oakley.
Yep.
Every time we have Jennifer on, guaranteed to have a dog make an appearance. So much fun. They're awesome. You are hopefully landed by now somewhere in Australia, getting everything figured out. Hopefully it's warm, great weather. It is winter there, isn't it? Technically, or
It's
is it-
becoming like springtime, so I think the weather's supposed to be pretty nice.
yeah. Well, good luck because in a couple of days you will become 7-star Erica. I can't wait. Anything before, like, any plans you have in Sydney? Anything you're excited for right now?
Oh, absolutely. First off, I will not answer to 7-star. I do not like it. So 6-star or bust. And we're gonna I don't care. We got a lot of fun things planned. I'm gonna climb a bridge. We're gonna do the expo. I'm gonna, like Jen said, just don't look at price tags, gonna buy all the stuff.
I think I'm kind of bummed about this 7-star thing. It has a ring to it.
No, it doesn't. It's too many syllables.
No, it's not. 6, 7. 6, 7. It's not that
It's an
hard.
extra syllable.
No, it's not. 7, 6, 7.
That's more money in the 6-7 jar.
No such
You're gonna
thing.
owe Alex a lot of money.
Do not. I never agreed to anything. Apparently now no way. Hey guys, thank you so much for supporting this podcast, because if you want, you can support it more and follow us on Patreon, because apparently I owe Alex money for 6, 7. But my race tats, UFOs, and especially Back in Action, thank you so much for bringing us this series. This was a lot of fun. 6-star. Enjoy Sydney. If you want to chat with me at all when you're out there, it is up to you. I leave you alone on these things. But like you did at Anchor Down, if there's something you think everyone wants to see on the story, you take a video, just send it to me later. I'll post it, because you crushed it at Anchor Down, and I know you're going to crush it in Sydney. Have fun. Have a blast.
Thank you, friend.
I will talk to you in a couple of weeks when you're back. But guys, even though Erica's in Sydney, the pod will be here next week, and we'll talk to you then. 6-star, take us home.
I hope everybody has an amazing time while I'm away. I will try to update you guys as I go, but like I said, time change, who knows? I will do my best. So stick with me. But as always, thank you for listening. You know, we love you.
Don't fear the code brown.
Don't forget to stretch. We have two of my favorite people who are just huge supporters of the podcast, and we cannot thank them enough for coming on and just sharing some amazing stories over their many, many years of marriage. We have Patrick and Kathy Lieber.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
It's Jen and Eddie. This is for Jen and Eddie.
Wait a minute. I thought
We already did
didn't.
Patrick and Kathy's.
We did?
Yes,
Oh.
yes. Yeah.
All right, let me do that again then.
Yeah.
I don't remember doing. Did we do that at the live show?
No, we did it immediately after having Patrick and Kathy on.
Oh, okay. Well, give me a second. All right.